In 2400 BC, the abacus, one of the earliest calculating devices, was invented in Mesopotamia and became popular in China and other Asian countries. It was based on beads moving on rods and was used to perform arithmetic operations. Although it was rather primitive, it allowed merchants and mathematicians to make calculations faster than doing mental math. In 1642, Blaise Pascal invented the Pascaline, one of the first mechanical calculators. It used gears and wheels to add and subtract numbers automatically. It was costly and hard to manufacture, but still showed that machines were capable of performing mathematical operations. In 1673, Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz upgraded the Pascaline with the invention of the stepped reckoner. This machine was able to perform 4 operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. The new ideas introduced by him played a significant role in the development of further calculating machines. In 1801, Joseph Marie Jacquard created the Jacquard loom. Although this invention was intended to weave cloth with a punch card mechanism, the concept became the most important in computer history later on. In 1822, Charles Babbage designed the difference engine, which was a mechanical machine used to solve mathematical equations automatically. Though it was not built due to some technical and financial issues, the concept was revolutionary. In 1837, Charles Babbage invented the analytical engine, which had a processor, memory, input, and output like current computer systems have now. Due to the revolutionary idea behind the creation, Charles Babbage is known as the father of the computer. In 1843, Ada Lovelace became the creator of the first computer program. She assumed that computers can generate music, solve various scientific problems, and compute not only numbers. Today, she is regarded as the world's first computer programmer. In 1890, Herman Hollerith invented a tabulating machine using punch cards for the U.S. Census. This machine made it possible to reduce the processing time of data from years to months. His company eventually became a part of IBM. The next step in the history of computers took place in the 1930s. In 1936, Alan Turing described the idea of a Turing machine that was a theoretical device able to compute anything using logical commands. His concepts became the basics of computer science. During World War II, there was a strong demand for rapid calculations. In 1943, British scientists invented the programmable electronic computer Colossus to decode the encrypted German military correspondence. In 1946, American scientists invented the ENIAC, which was one of the first general-purpose electronic computers in the world. It filled an entire room, weighed almost 30 tons, had about 18,000 vacuum tubes, but still could operate much faster than any computer in those times. In 1947, John Bardeen, Walter Brattain, and William Shockley at Bell Laboratories invented the transistor. Transistors enabled the substitution of bulky vacuum tubes, making computers smaller, more efficient, reliable, and economical. In 1958, Jack Kilby invented the integrated circuit, or the computer chip, which later was advanced by Robert Noyce. This technology made it possible to locate thousands and even millions of electronic components on one chip, thus revolutionizing the whole electronics industry. Computers of the 1960s became extremely useful for governments, universities, and business companies. The mainframe computers were used by banks, science, and industries. However, they were too expensive for an average person. In 1971, Intel produced the Intel 4004, the first commercially available microprocessor in the world. It was the first chip which contained a whole CPU. In 1975, Bill Gates and Paul Allen founded Microsoft, which focused on software for personal computers. Later, this company would make a great contribution to the development of technologies. In 1976, Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne started a company known as Apple. The early computers created by the mentioned persons showed that computing could be made accessible and practical for common people rather than scientists and engineers only. In 1981, IBM developed its personal computer, also known as the IBM PC. It set industry standards and promoted quick development of the personal computer industry. Shortly after, millions of people used computers at home and in their offices for doing daily tasks. In 1984, Apple released the Macintosh with a graphical user interface and computer mouse. These features made computers significantly easier to use for ordinary people, which motivated the design of new operating systems. Computing changed dramatically due to the invention of the Internet. In 1989, Tim Berners-Lee suggested developing the World Wide Web. Later, in the 1990s, the Internet quickly grew and became used by millions of people worldwide. In the 2000s, laptops became more convenient and powerful. Wireless internet, fast processors, and improved batteries provided an opportunity to perform many different tasks and communicate wherever you wanted. Computers are now widely used for learning, working, communicating, entertainment, and research. In 2007, Apple revolutionized computing by introducing smartphones that people started carrying in their pockets. They provide computing capabilities together with communications. In the 2010s, cloud computing gained popularity. Besides local storage, users could keep their files in the cloud and access them from various devices. Moreover, the rapid development of artificial intelligence allowed computers to recognize speech, translate languages, process images, and assist humans with ever more complicated tasks. Nowadays, computers are developing even faster. Current microprocessors are packed with billions of transistors. Supercomputers perform quadrillions of operations per second. The power of artificial intelligence is being used by scientists to discover new drugs, improve agriculture, explore space, and revolutionize industries. Furthermore, quantum computers are being developed, which will allow solving some problems that are impossible to solve using current computers.